Chaz Kangas here, Go 95.3, and I'm here with...
Dounia, you're?
And how are you doing today? Enjoying Soundset thus far?
I'm doing absolutely amazing. Loving Soundset. Having a great experience all around.
Yeah, so with you originally being from Queens and me being from Spanish Harlem and coming out here, so being in Minnesota, it's a bit of a different vibe. So in your experience then too, how do you think the crowd today has been compared to the other festivals, other shows you've been doing recently?
Dude, they were amazing today. They were lit. I've been pleasantly surprised. I mean, I'm not going to say I'm the most well-educated on American geography because I'm not. I'm just having these first-hand experiences, you know, these places that I've never been to before and just really not knowing what to expect. And all the vibes here have been pristine, you know, great energy, great people, obviously great taste, you know what I'm saying? Great setup. And yeah, it's been great, like honestly. New York sometimes is like the crowds. New York is lit, but you know, sometimes we're like, okay, we're a little bougier, you know what I'm saying? So I love going to places where they're just like all about having fun, you know? But that's in New York too, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I love New York too, but there are a lot of times if you're not getting booed, it's a standing ovation.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. So you have the new EP that just dropped, but a track not on the EP that we've had rotation anticipation for you being here on Go 95.3 has been How I See It, just because it fits so well in the vibe of things. So for a track like that, and then with the performances you've done of that track and having such a visceral connection to it, when you're doing the songwriting process, do you know what you want to do, like melody-wise first, or is it a lyrics first, and then just the sound of it just comes out of you?
I literally make a song word for word. You know what I'm saying? So I really rarely have a big picture. So it's like I just started writing it. You know, I'll be like, I'm meticulous, and then in the chorus, it just got that crazy. You know what I'm saying? I really don't know. I don't know what happens. But yeah, I usually write all my songs in one go. I really am focused on the writing aspect. So really, the writing is what brings it to the high points and the low points. It's just drawing out a story, you know? But yeah, I love How I See It, so I'm glad you love How I See It too. I feel like it's a freaking bop, right?
Spectacular. And then the new EP, Not Good for the Ego, came out, you know, just in time for Soundset here. And, you know, when you mention doing it as you go and, like, you know, letting the big pictures kind of trusting, I guess, it sort of will fall into place like that.
Yeah.
So that in mind, did you know you're going to be making an EP, or do you know that these weren't for a full length? Like, what was or just it came out just as it came out?
Basically, I'm making a lot of music, and I plan to drop a full project this summer. So what I wanted to do was bring out some highlight tracks and put them in a concise project because I know people's attention spans are short. And I wanted to make it very impactful tracks to where as a listener could experience them and really be craving for more and be hooked, you know? Be like, okay, every song is different and I really like every song. So I would check out a fuller project, like a 16 track or a 14 track, you know? So yeah, I was gonna go straight for the project, but I was like, I don't want to do another single because there's too many songs that I would choose from. How about a taste pack? That's how Not Good for the Ego came about.
Nice. So then with doing that, and like I mentioned with your live performance, just being able to just pour so much of your soul into it and making that sort of connection, do you ever have the live show in mind when you're recording or songwriting, or is it just one of those things where it's a completely different beast?
No, I don't. And it's funny because I think about that when I'm making my set list. I'm like, damn, I really don't be having... But you know what I do be having sometimes where I'm like, I'm in a lit mood. You know what I'm saying? Those make the best live tracks. I didn't realize when I was writing Toxic, I wasn't like, oh, this is going to be so fun to perform. But then performing today, it was mad fun to perform. So I was like, yes, another like live staple. Like Avant-Garden's live staple. Super fun. How I See It, so fun to perform. You know what I'm saying? Some songs are just not really too much for live. You know, it's like more like vibey or like whatever. But yeah, I think I want to start having it in mind a little bit because I'm just like, some songs are just so fun for me to sing in real life that it makes me love the song even harder. So yeah, maybe I would have it in mind, but most of the time I'm telling you when I enter a studio, I make stuff that's just necessary for me to get out, you know? So I'm never like, let me make a song that's gonna be good for me to perform live. I'm just gonna hit the young, you know, like whatever. It's just like
there's no like checklist to hit things off. It comes out as it comes out.
No checklist. It's just my feelings, and they come out in very different ways.
And finally, then, I think one thing that's really compelling about you is, you know, you're still so young, but you're already a veteran. You've been putting out tracks since 17, really getting them out there. And between the ages of, 17 and now, we change so much as people, we change so much in our perspectives, our priorities. What do you think has been the biggest shift in your, if any, of your songwriting approach between then and now? And what would you tell yourself when you were 17 that would be either advice or something that you would not believe would be happening now already?
I don't think I would have ever believed that I'm like sober by 22 and like conscious about what I'm promoting. You know what I'm saying? I think 21, I just started partying. I was becoming an artist in the full sense. I was going to LA and I was living out this artist lifestyle. And I thought a lot of the way other people were living was the way I should be living. And then I realized that it doesn't have to be like that. You can just do what feels right for you, what feels healthy for you, you know? So yeah, I was just like, why am I talking about alcohol like it's paying me? You know, or I'm talking like weed as if it's paying me. Like, it's not paying me to promote it. And I would rather, of course, to each its own, because music is expression. You know what I'm saying? So Avant-Garden was an accurate representation of me at that time. But now I'm just maturing and I'm just more conscious of the message I would like to put out, especially for kids and people in general. I want to preach being spiritually driven. I want to preach getting out of your comfort zone. You know, I don't want to preach like, you know, other shit. But then again, I can't regret anything that I've ever said because it was accurate to me at the time. You know, it's all just been honest. So yeah, now I'm just a little more conscious of what I'm promoting because I want to be empowering always. But of course, we're humans. We deal with highs and lows. So there's always going to be that, you know, dynamic and that roller coaster. But yeah.
So then, do you have a name for the project you can tell us for the full length coming out this summer, or is that still under wraps?
Still under wraps. Okay. But it's going to be more new songs.
Cool. Good to know. All right, well, once again, thank you so much for doing this. Congrats on your set today, and I'm so excited for the full length.
Thanks so much. Bless. Great time. Thanks.
Sweet.
Lovely meeting you.
Thanks. Lovely meeting you too.